morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is Matt Works, and it is Tuesday, April 14th. So if things were normal, tomorrow would be tax day. So let's just go ahead and stand up nice and tall. Bring your big toes together. We're going to start out a little differently today. I'm trying to center with some breathing with each class just to reconnect with that, because it's a good stress relief activity and good calming activity. So let's go ahead and feel all four corners of both feet. Your big toe mound, your small toe mound, your inner heel, your outer heel. Lift your toes, spread them, just connect the bottom of your toes with the earth as well. Just legs are strong, not quite as active as we would be maybe later in the practice, but just stand up nice and tall. Let your spine reach up nice and tall. Gently open the shoulders. Just take a few deep breaths here, in and out. So just arrive, kind of the ABCs of calming yourself. Arrive. Start to connect with your senses, your feet on the mat, the temperature in the room. And just close your eyes, keep breathing in and out. I'm going to sneak over and turn the heater off. While you do that, so I'm not competing with the heater. The B in the ABCs is breathing. So draw your awareness to the sensations of your breath, the in and the out, but also what happens with your body beyond that, feeling the breath passing in and out through your breathing passages. Feel your ribs expand and contract. Feel your diaphragm press down into your abdomen. Even the changes clear up to where your skin stretches and relaxes. Your clothes move against your skin. And then the C is just connecting all three of those things, your senses, your breath, and then connecting that to your broader awareness. And let's go ahead and just inhale up and down a few times. Exhale down. Inhale again. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, stretch up tall. On the exhale, we're just going to slide our hands down our legs into a forward fold. Make sure your hands are on some source of support so you're not just hanging. If you can reach the floor, great. If not, get your hands on a block or just brace into your legs. Bend your knees, press into your thighs, unroll your spine one vertebra at a time. Come upright again, just inhale up. Exhale down. Just your arms are like a big pair of wings, just moving through that range of motion, breathing with the movement. And we'll bend forward again. Try to find some source of support and feel that stretch up the back of your legs, into your back. And we are getting a little inversion here, hopefully where your head is below your heart. Think of it another way, your heart's over your head. And bend the knees, roll it up. And let's reach up overhead, grab your right wrist, pull up, and then lean to the left side. You can feel how the breathing stretches into that right rib cage, right waist. Other side. Pull up, lean over. Let's go back to that first side again. This time feel that rooting of your feet, reaching through that right hand, whole right side of your body. Get that waist stretched out. Let's do that one more time to the other side. We are focusing on the waist today. And relax. Okay. Let's bring the hands behind the back. Open your chest and shoulders. Lift the hands up. Slide the shoulder blades towards your spine while you gently elevate the collarbones, and then slowly fold at the hips and knees. Keep your back flat, neutral spine. Bring the hands around to the front. Let's go ahead and cross our right leg over our left and open your arms. Right arm on the bottom. Either put your hands on your shoulders or intertwine your forearms. So reaching back through your hips, squeezing up through your upper arms. Gently pressing the hands away from your face, broadening the shoulders. Just breathe into that upper back. Bring the hands behind the back again. As you uncross, stand up. Open the chest, gently elevate the collarbones. So the shoulder blades tip down. Your collarbones and your shoulder blades both make up your shoulder girdle, so when you lift the collarbones, that helps tip the shoulder blades down toward the waist. Sit the hips back again. Bring the hands into heart center. This time we're going to cross that left leg over. Intertwine it if you can. Open the arms. Left arm is on the bottom. Put your hands on your shoulders if needed. You want to feel a good strong stretch across your upper back into the base of your neck. You don't want to feel pain or feeling like your joints are getting jammed in the front of your shoulder joints. Let's go ahead and uncross both the arms and the legs. Take the feet further apart. And we're just going to press those forearms up the midline, lift the ribs, circle around. Inhaling on the way up. Movement with breath. 2 more times. And then we're going to take our hands, just slide them down the legs, come into a wide-legged forward fold, and walk your hands out a torso length from your hips. We're just going to raise that right arm. It's going to turn the ribs. It starts a twist that runs down your spine, all the way down into your pelvis. So your pelvis is twisting as well. And that's why you feel an inner thigh stretch in that left inner thigh. Just bring that right hand down. Go to the left side. Again, you might need your hands on some source of support if that floor is a little too far away. And bring that down. Let's go back to that first side. Quick check in to make sure you're not locking your knees. You're still reaching all the way down the spine, keeping that spine lengthening through the tailbone. Bring that hand down. Let's go across one more time. And bring that hand down. Soften the knees, press your hands into your thighs, unroll your spine. As you come up, the forearms meet in the middle. Take it right up that midline. Spread the fingers as you circle down. Press them against each other on the way up. Let's do that 2 more times. Root your feet into the floor. Feel your inner thighs engage and stabilize your pelvis. You might have to let up a little bit as you bend forward. This time we're just going to curve our torso to the right foot. And then come back to center. And then curve the torso toward that left foot. Let's walk it back to center. Slight bend in the knees. Press into the thighs. Unroll your spine. Let's press up that midline one time. Reach up overhead. Take your right arm, reach it down the leg as you really stretch that left hand toward the ceiling. Anchor through your waist and your feet as you reach up. Left hand goes down, right hand stretches up. Anchor. Let's do one more on each side. So your waist, there's a lot of movement that occurs through your waist. You've got a segment of your spine that literally has no support. Let's go out here, other than the muscles and organs in front of it. Let's tilt side to side. Rock. And you can add a reach if you want. Just a quick check. Aren't collapsing inward. All right. Reach both hands up. Make a pointer with your index finger. As your legs straighten, your hands come down. Raise them back to shoulder height. Bend the knees again. Tail points right down toward the floor. And you get a little tug of war. In fact, you can go ahead and interlace those fingers. And just the right hand wins. It pulls a little harder, but the left hand is resisting. Now the left hand takes over. Right hand is still resisting. Right hand's going to pull harder again. Left hand resists. And one more time across. Bring it back to center. Take your arms up, open them out to the sides. Turn your right toe out. Angle your left foot, come into warrior two. So, checkpoints with this, make sure you can see your toes, and that's your knees lining up over your second and third toe. Notice what you're feeling in this hip in regards to placement of that left foot. And we're just going to slide the ribs to the right, pull back. So your pelvis is pretty anchored. So your ribs just float side to side. All right, turn your palm up, and this time we're just going to reach into reverse warrior and come into side angle. Dancing warrior. So again, the hips are pretty anchored. The rib cage floats around. Let's go ahead and hold this reverse warrior. Elevate your front heel briefly. It takes away some of the anchoring through the hips. And then put that heel down, come into side angle. Try to deepen that hip so you can have as much of a line here as possible. Either support on that right leg or reach that arm underneath. So that rolls the ribs. The right shoulder comes underneath, the top shoulder rolls back. Breathe and hold. Let's come back to warrior two. Take it up overhead. Turn your left toe out. Warrior two to the left side. So again, check on those toes. You might need to scoot your feet farther apart. Make sure the knee's not collapsing inward. Adjust your back foot so that the hip here is happy. Shift side to side. Back and forth. One more time. Turn the palm up, and then we come into reverse warrior. And side angle. Just float back and forth. Inhale. Exhale. And back and forth. Holding that reverse warrior. And then coming into side angle. Again, trying to deepen that hip angle. Bottom arm can rest on the knee or reach underneath. So engage the leg muscles on that left leg, your hips, your waist. Keep breathing. Come back to warrior two. Wide legs. Let's make our way down to the ground. And we're going to come to all fours, continuing to limber our back. Basically, cat-cow. Just rounding from the center, gently arching. And you got a series of joints. There's technically a joint between each vertebra. All right. Pause at neutral. Hips side to side. Wag your tail. Happy dog. And then come to center and slowly circle your waist. Hula hoop. And just do a few each way. I'm not going to count reps because you can, it's important that you do this at your own speed. All right. So we're going to move into some waist work here. I'm going to start with that side plank. So elbow or hand, but whatever you do is make sure you're got that, your main source of support up here is your upper arm bone. Just anchor that shoulder. Easiest option is both knees bent. Midway with one leg straight, one leg bent. Hardest option is both legs straight. So we're just going to lift and lower 8 times, reach up. Barely touch when you come down. Here we go. Lift and lower. Don't let your butt wander backwards. And barely touch. 3, and down. 4, and down. We're contracting the bottom side of your waist. And 6, 7. One more. Hold it up now for 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to reach under our torso for 4 counts. Just reach under, down, unroll, and 2, unroll. Don't let your butt drop. We'll go back. Last time. 4, and down. All right. Come all the way down onto your side. Support your head. Have a slight bend in your legs, and we're just going to contract the top waist now and lift the legs. So just squeeze. Doesn't have to be high. Lower down. In fact, I'm pausing at the top so we don't just toss the legs up in the air and let them come back down a little fast. So don't use momentum. Contract. And down. Contract. And down. Put your hand on the top hip. It helps you keep track of your rear end. And 3. And 2. Last one here. Squeeze, hold it up. Little flutter kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bend your knees, put your hand in front of your chest and sit up. Now that last one you're probably thinking, well, flutter kicking isn't working your waist. But when you're flutter kicking, your pelvis is trying to move and your waist has to really stabilize more actively. So that's the takeaway there. So we're just going to reach over a couple of times, stretch out that side. And then turn and reach across. So my left hand's reaching across to my right leg, opposite arm to leg. All right, one side down, one to go. Swing it across. Coming back to that side plank again. Again, strong and stable through here. Butt as aligned with the body as you can get it. I'm going with one leg straight, one leg bent. Kind of in the middle of the road. You can reach up and just lift. Lower slowly, barely touch. Lift and barely touch. 3 and 4. Keep checking that rear end. 5, 6, 7. Feel that contraction even in between your ribs. 8 and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach under. Open up. Reach under. Open up. So again, we're adding some motion, which requires stabilization. And up. One more time. And up. Come onto your side. Support your head so it's fairly aligned with the rest of your body. And we're just going to squeeze the legs up. Lower down. Little hold. And down. 3. And you'll feel your upper body bracing into the floor as well. That's fine. 4, 5, 6, 7. Holding up. Number 8. Keep that contraction. Flutter kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bend your knees. Put your hand in front of your chest. Press yourself up. Pull that bottom leg through. So whatever was your bottom side, we're going to lean to that side. My right side was on the bottom, so that's where I'm going with these first reaches. 2. And then reach across now. Opposite arm. Good. And relax. Okay, I'm going to angle my mat a little bit just to help with the visuals. So we're going to do some work from boat pose now. So start with your hands on the floor and keep your waist nice and strong, your back neutral, and roll the knees side to side. I like to compare this to a drawbridge. When we lean back, you know, keep your back straight and strong like it's a drawbridge. Gate opening. All right, so toes are on the floor. Pick them up. This is a progression. It's going to get progressively harder. You do what you can do safely. You want to take your hands off the floor. Balance on the back side of your rear end. Go ahead. Let's do one more each way. And then we're just going to come up, let the knees open, pull on the legs, and root the sit bones into the ground. Again, that's kind of a nice way to straighten your back. And then we're going to press the legs together. Tilt the legs to your right side. Same thing, you can start with the floor and do your hands or your hands on your legs. Back is straight. You're looking straight ahead. Your knees are what's at an angle. And just alternate kicks out to the side. Take the support away from your hands if you want. And if you want to go to both legs kicking at the same time, that is your hardest option. Do what's best for you. I'm just showing all three. One more on this side. And bring it in. Hold center briefly. And then we'll come back to our starting point. Tip the knees to the left. If you know you can go ahead and start right away with the legs kicking out, do that. If you need to do the alternating legs through the whole thing and hang on, do that as well. Here we go. Kick. Take the hands off if you can. Add both legs if you can. If you find your spine collapsing, your rear end keeps rolling under, or you find that it's hard to keep taking full deep breaths, pay attention to those signals. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right. Relax again. Take the legs, straighten them out, and just give them a little shake. All right. So we're going to sit up with our legs straight out. If you need a a little bend in your knees to have the torso upright, do so. You can even slide a block or roll a towel up under there if you're at home. We're going to take our arms out to the sides and just do a slow motion windmill toward the legs. But feel that turn in the torso. Rib cage is turning, your hips can't turn very much because they're on the ground, rooted on the ground. So no momentum here. Keep hitting the wall. All right. So we're going to come back into kind of a boat pose legs here. So this time, we had the hips twisted last time. This time we're going to have more of the twist happening up here at the top of the torso, the shoulders and chest. So it's basically a big high hello, reach back, and bring it over. We'll do 8 of those on the right side. You can hang on to that left leg, or just keep that hand out. You can have your feet on or off the floor. And modify, do what's best for you. I'm going to hold the last one. Here we go, hold. Keep breathing. And relax. All right. Shake those hips a little bit, even though they're on the ground. You can still wiggle your tush on the ground a little bit. All right, we gotta get the other side. Again, I'm gonna go through that progression. My gorilla arms are probably gonna hit the wall. In fact, I think I'm gonna turn around so they don't. So this is my opposite arm. I've turned around, so it's my opposite arm now. So I'm gonna start with my right hand on my leg, left arm just reaching back and coming in. You can let go of that right leg if you want to, hang on to if you need to. Feet on or off the floor. Let's do 4 more. And back. And 3. Don't let your spine collapse. Don't forget to breathe. 2. I'm going to hold this last one, but keep breathing. Hold the position, but not the breath. And relax. All right. So sit up again and rock those hips a few times. We do pull the hip flexors into this too. The big thing I've learned over time is that you can't truly isolate anything. Everything is connected. All right. So we're just going to do a few pelvic tilts and make our way down into our back. So sit bones right into the ground and then slowly tilt your pelvis so you feel the back of your pelvis on the ground, or your sacrum, which is the part of your spine that is actually part of the pelvis. It's like a plate in the center of your pelvis. And it's actually really well supported with, the bony structure. In fact, sometimes the 2 joints on the other side of it get a little cranky, get a little jammed up. All right, so hold that. Slowly lower yourself down. And let's just press the spine into the ground a few times. And when you do that, you'll feel a little engagement of your glutes, a little lifting of the tailbone, and then arch your back and point the tail toward the floor. So we're basically doing a cat-cow at the lower part of the body on the ground. See that one more time. And as you round your back, bring your knees into your chest. So through this next series, if your back starts to get kind of cranky, first try to re-engage your core, and if that's not helping, hug your knees to your chest and then rejoin us when you're ready. So we're going to take our legs up toward the ceiling. If you want to keep your spine rooting into the ground, if you need more support there, put your hands underneath your hips. If you can get by with less, hands to the base of your skull. And we're just going to start with a little tiny circle to the right, which is clockwise. Take it slow, make it smooth and round. And each time you go around, gradually grow that circle till you find your right size. That's a circle size that's challenging. You feel your waist rolling that, circling that pelvis, but you're able to keep your movement smooth, not jerky, and your circle round, no flat sides. And you're able to breathe. You should be able to inhale and exhale with one revolution of your toes. Let's go around 2 more times. Come to center, release, hug your knees. Take a big breath in and out. Then we're going to reset for the other side, other direction. So same things here, hands under the hips, over behind the head. Either way, when you lift your head, you do use your abdominals. Just a little reminder there. Start circling counterclockwise or to your left. Always, always start small. Even if you're thinking, hey, I can get pretty big with these. Every day is different. Your body isn't the same every day. So work up and find where your body is today and meet it there. So once you get to that right size, smooth, controlled movement, round circle, full breathing cycle with the leg circle. So this movement is originating, your waist is driving this movement. It's your whole pelvis swiveling with your waist. The legs are just an extension of your pelvis. Let's go around one more time. And then again, relax, hug those knees. Rock a little bit. All right, so open your arms out so you've got a wider base. You can have your elbows bent. You could actually straighten your arms out at home probably. And then just take your legs up overhead. And actually, let's start with them bent. We'll work to that extension. So we're just going to tip our hips to the right, our legs to the right. So our left hip actually comes off the floor. Then you put it back down and then tip to the other side. So the opposite hip is literally coming up off the floor. So you still keep that waist engaged. Feel the belly engaged to support the spine through this twisting action. So what happens is we either twist at the bottom of the spine or the top. We're twisting at the bottom right now. All right. So we're going to basically repeat what we did earlier. Tip your knees to the right. Alternate kicks here. Or both legs. Either way. So your left side of your pelvis is either barely off the floor or feeling like it's very lightly touching the floor. Two more of these. All right, come back to center. Re-anchor the midsection. Let the hip legs tilt toward the left side. My right hip is off the floor. And again, you can either start with alternating. Really think about that middle part of your body. You can do both legs or singles. Keep breathing. With your head, just look straight up at the ceiling. Keep going. 4 more of these. And 3. And 2. And 1. All right. Come back to center, hug your knees. And then let your feet come down. We're going to go into a little bit of a lying waist stretch today. So straighten your right leg and go ahead and let your arms open out all the way. And we're just going to bring that left knee across. So you've got the foot resting on your other leg. The weight of your leg is creating a stretch down the whole top side of your body. You'll probably feel the shoulder lifting up and feel a stretch into the shoulder, armpit. And try to become as passive as possible. Just let the weight of your leg, angle of your body create the stretch. So this is a very well supported twist. Roll back onto your back. Your hips probably shifted, so recenter them. Bend both knees. Now we're going to straighten that left leg and roll that right side across. So same action. The weight of the leg is pulling all the way into that whole right side of your body. Side waist, ribs into the shoulder. And then you're breathing into that twisted torso. So this is another good place to connect with the sensations of your breath beyond just the feeling of the air going in and out. Feeling what's happening with that rib cage and torso right now. Let's take one more breath. And as you exhale, come back onto your back. Bend both knees again. Let's hug your knees with your knees open to the sides. Hang on to the back of your thighs and just tip yourself up to sitting. And go ahead and open your legs out wide. And we're just going to come back into a little bit of a rhythmic windmill type action. So reach across toward the opposite side. Slow and easy, control the speed. Reach as far as you can. We just came off of a series where we were doing a lot of anchoring spine into the ground. So now the spine is off the ground. We want to, kind of shake it off, move it around again. All right, come back to center. Let's fold our legs, come into a cross-legged position. Tall through the spine. Let's bring our hands into heart center. Interlace the fingers. Press the hands away. Chin toward the collarbones. Reach everything up. Feel the shoulders squeeze up toward the ears. Gently lean to one side. And come up. Gently lean to the other side. And come up. Let's go to that first side again with some support. So I'm leaning to my left, so I'm rooting my right hip into the ground and reaching all the way up that right side of my body. And just come back across. Now I'm rooting the left hip as I reach through my left arm and left side body. And come back to center. Let's bring the hands in again. Reconnect with the breastbone. And especially elevate your breastbone into the side of your hands. That helps you sit up tall. Interlace the fingers. Press the hands away. Again, drop the chin without rounding the lower back. Lift up. This time we're going to twist. Right arm comes across. Look over that left shoulder. Up and over. Look over your right shoulder. Up and over again. And this time we're going to lift up that right arm, or left arm, back arm. I'm still so used to mirroring the class and saying right when I'm doing my left, and it's The way these videos are coming out backwards like it's a mirror, it still kind of throws me, so as long as we get both sides, I've got the opposite arm reaching across, lift up, root that hip down, so I'm rooting this hip down, come back to center, and just let your arms come to rest on your legs. Cup your hands upwards in a position to receive. Close your eyes and take some breaths here. And bring your hands into heart center. Again, elevate the breastbone into the side of the thumbs. Collarbones lifted, shoulders gently sloping down from the ears. And we'll close with this thought today. When you open to life, you are helping people you never meet. You make decisions every day and they have an effect on the world. When you are present and make choices from this state of mind, the effect of what you it creates ever-widening ripples that will help beings you may never meet. Be present as you make decisions today. Namaste.